Action. Hey folks, Ed B here, W4EMB. Long time no see. Today is October 29th, I think. It's been a minute since I've been back from my Ohio trip. I haven't been able to get back into the YouTube groove. So anyway, I'm out here today at Land Between the Lakes. I'm at a place that's called Gatlin Point Campground. It's a self-service campground. What that means is there's no electricity provided. And I'll swoop around here behind me. You can probably see a few picnic tables, and those are campground sites. And at the entrance of the campground, there's a bucket. You can throw, I don't know, $8 in it, and then you put your little number somewhere on a stake that's not here. It's missing. I seen it laying over there in the woods. There's a stake that you put your number on it, and a little number on an envelope. Anyway, pay $8, you can stay here for a night or multiple nights, depending on how much you pay. There is a boat ramp just right down this way, a hard standing outhouse, and a flat level spot to park, and then of course your picnic table. So I figured what I do today is come out here to Land Between the Lakes. I'm going to do an activation, but before I do, I thought maybe I'd just give you a rundown of the rigs that I have going, and then you can maybe in the comments tell me what rig would you like to see more of, and we'll go from there. All right, so let's take a look at those rigs. Okay, first up, folks, we have the TR45L. This is the regular TR45L. I also have the TR45L Skinny, which you've seen in probably the majority of my videos. But this is the regular TR45L, and it on the back, of course, has the balance line, coax, the knob to adjust your CW side tone, and a built-in Z-Match tuner. I love these Z-Match tuners. They can tune very well. Next up, we have a couple QCX-CW transceivers here from QRP Labs with this unobtainium case. This one here is 40 meters, and this is 20 meters. Of course, we have the True SDX coming up next from DL2MAN. All right. Over here next is the Elecraft KX1. A little bit older rig there. After the Elecraft KX1, we had the Index Laboratories QRP Plus. This thing is an older rig. It's just fantastic. I love the sound coming out of this. If you look at my Norris Dam State Park video, at the very beginning of the video, I was waiting on my buddy Marcos, K8ARE, and Patrick, KF4LMZ, to show up. I was actually using this rig early in the morning, and then Marcos arrived there as I was operating this radio. After the QRP Plus, we have the SG2020 made by SGC Radio. This thing is another older rig. The sound of these two rigs is just phenomenal. And the KX1, the sound coming out of the KX1 is outstanding. Okay, and then next up we have the Yaesu 817, and oldie but goodie there. All band, all mode, 2 meter, 440, HF, digital, CW, all those things. And sideband, of course. And then last but not least, what we have here today is the Elecraft KX3. So that's the most recent radio we've come across. And then of course we have a KX2. KX2 is on loan from a friend. And so that's the radio lineup. Our main go-to antennas that we use, let's talk about those. We have the MC750, which is a telescopic whip. We have the 80 meter coil option along with the 40 meter coil. We did remake our own radials. The other thing that we did too was we made a jumper. So this jumper can go on either side of that coil. So if I want the coil to be in play, well then I undo the jumper and go through the coil. We did remake the radials. We took the factory radials, desoldered the banana plugs, and resoldered some of this Bentech flexible silicone wire that you get from Amazon. Then the other thing we did, we took another set of banana plugs, and instead of putting one radial in each banana plug, we put 2. So this gives us a double set. So 8 radials, this gives us 4. We always keep our adapter in here also. This is my Soda Beams travel mast. You'll notice so Soda Beam's travel mast. It's about 26 inches collapsed, but it goes up to 10 meters, so 32 feet. You'll notice it has the call sign KM6NN on here. That's my CW Elmer, and we have this thing going on that says that if I kick the bucket, whoever's call sign's on my crap, that's who gets it. So, you know, your friends come over and put their call signs on your stuff. All right, last thing we'll talk about then is I have a couple tuners here that I've come across. This is an auto tuner from you can find them on Amazon or whatever, but it works pretty good. You can tap that to reset it, and then press and hold, and then hit your key, and it will go clickety clickety click, and it's tuned. So pretty nice, and it's rechargeable. This one here is the SO239 PL259 connections on the back. Has the USB-C mini on the front there for recharging. Then the other one I bought this off Amazon. This is another Z-Match and tuner. This one has BNC connectors on the back. Also offers a little bit more capacitance here on the back, or impedance rather. You can say, you know, a little bit lower impedance or a little bit higher impedance. Two BNC connectors here on the back. And then what's really nice about this, you flip it to work. And what you do is you move these knobs until you hear the highest noise. Once you hear the highest noise, you go ahead and go to tune, press your key, and this little light will come on. And then what you do is you adjust these to make the light go out. When the light goes out, or it's just at its dimmest point, you're good to go. And then you can flip back over to work and then get to operating. So that's the lineup of rigs that we have. Oh, I didn't cover this antenna. This antenna, I actually went to the Chelegance website, same place where I ordered the Chelegance tripod. This is a Gable tripod. I found one for cheap on the Amazon or somewhere, I forget where. And what I like, it does come with its own little bullet connectory parts in there. This is for the ground radial, so I have a bag that I have 4 ground radials with alligator clips that I just clip on here. Eventually I'm going to put some banana plug banana plug female sockets on here so I can just plug in my radials. This is an extra arm that I bought from Chelegance and an extra whip that I bought from Chelegance. So, and what I like about the Chelegance whips is they do have the megahertz etched on the antenna itself. So if you want to go to 20 meters, you just undo the antenna until you see the 14 megahertz. And I found it to be quite accurate. So it's kind of a homemade Chelegance using 2 Chelegance parts and a tripod, and then just another set of homebrew radials. All right, so there you go. That's the lineup. We're out here today in the Mitsubishi van. I like our van. Got all our radio junk in there today. Oh, something else. We do have our solar panel box we're going to put into play today. And then we have our 120 watt folding solar panel that we can plug into our solar box in order to charge our 50 amp hour battery that's inside. So having said all that, let's go ahead and we're going to get to activating here. All right, so we'll see you once we get our radio and antenna set up, and we'll be right back. Like I got a frog in my pocket. I'll be right back. All right, folks, here we go. Using my homemade version of my Chelegance with my Chelegance parts. I got my awesome band plan in a nice little package. Thank you for that. Using a keyboard I found at Aldi's for $5, hooked to my phone in the Polo app. A couple QRLs. We've been listening though since before I turned the camera on to record. All right, on the Polo app, I'm going to go ahead and mark my frequency as 21.048, and I'm going to use the self-spotting feature. I'm going to click self-spotting, and it's going to say QRV with Ham2K Polo, And so spot at 21.048, I'm going to touch that, spot at 21.048, and it should put me on the POTA website. Hit my pre-recorded message. Now let's see if I got enough coverage here to check the POTA website. My phone's having a hard time getting there. All we can do is trust the Polo app. Hopefully it got me spotted. We'll find out. Okay, I'm spotted. It's nice to have ham alert out there. Oh, look at there. KC1 UMLs on 14066. So we'll see if we can get anything up here on the higher bands. It's pretty quiet. F6EAZ on a bug. .559. So F6EAZ from France. All right, so we're getting across the pond. Now, out here I don't have cell phone coverage, and so my Polo app didn't tell me the name. But you know what? It still worked. You can still use the Polo app and not be online. Matter of fact, I kind of like when I don't have cell phone coverage. Matter of fact, just to remind myself, I am going to put my phone on Do Not Disturb, because typically your phone can still get text messages. And once I start a CW activation, I don't have the wherewithal to also be able to grab grab the phone and start working text messages and CW. I don't have the skills. Now I'm just pressing message at number 1, and that's my CQ POTA message. Number 2 is my what I call my bye-bye message. And my bye-bye message is a long one. Now, to keep from having to keep hitting these buttons, I can just press message and press and hold number 1. And it said repeat in the window. And in the menu settings there is, and you come over here to this bottom right, in yellow it says menu. And on this radio you press and hold for anything in yellow. Tap for anything on the key or on the button. So you get to the menu, go to the repeat, and it's a number of seconds. Now see there, I didn't have to do it again. I think mine's currently set up on 6 seconds. So at the beginning, I set up my homemade Chelegance antenna on the Gable tripod, and then I put it on my analyzer. And Maybe you can see some of my pictures right about here. And you'll notice that the antenna itself has an etching that has the frequency. And then looking here at the analyzer, you can see that it was spot on for just getting it close to where the line was. Obviously, I could tweak that a bit more if I chose to, but it's close enough. Close enough. The wind's picked up. Luckily, I put a rock on my umbrella bag. The leaves over there are falling just all at once. It's really pretty. Not sure how to get that, and I don't think my zoom on my camera is going to cut it, but well, the leaves are coming down there. Now I got to get the camera back. Oops. All right, there we go. Got the camera sitting on the bench seat next to me. All right, well, the Polo app also tells me that I've made one QSO, and it's been 3.5 minutes since my last QSO. So if 21 doesn't pan out, we can always change bands. Throw QRLs. Now use my Polo app. Go over here and tell it where I'm at. I'm on 28.045. And we'll go ahead and use the Polo app self-spot. Instead of it saying QSY, I do like to change it to say CW. There, I just hit change. Now I won't do the auto, just in case somebody right away answers me. I'm just trying the higher bands. It makes for a very slow video if you're here for CW call sign copy practice, so my apologies there. All right, just sent a message. See if I can get spotted. That took too long. Now somebody's calling CQ. A G0DJH came in there. It would have been nice to work a UK station, but we couldn't just quite get in there. So we'll just move off a little bit. 28.048 is where we're going to put ourselves. Let's do a QRL at. That might not have been a QRL. Or it might not have been a question mark. All right, don't hear anybody there. 28.048, 28.048. We'll self-spot. Mark ourselves as CW. Spot it. All right, now we always know 20, we always do great on 20 and pretty good on 17 as well. So this is more just playing around on the higher bands just to take advantage of some of the DX that we get. We've made France, and now it's a slow go. Slow go today. The other day I completed a whole activation on 15 meters. And I think I did the majority one on 10. I can't remember. SN5V. Three, 1, 9. All right, SN5V, thank you very much for that. Now, what's funny is my phone did pick up his name, so intermittent cell phone coverage. So when I have cell phone coverage, it puts their name here next to on the Polo app. When you don't have it, it doesn't put it. But don't let cell phone coverage be a thing that decides whether you go to a park or not. Because honestly, if I don't have cell phone coverage, that's just fine. Because you can still use the Polo app. You can still use the Hammers app or pencil and paper if you choose. And matter of fact, it's kind of nice to not have the cell phone distractions. Honestly, if I could throw my cell phone in the river, I would. I think somebody else is in there calling CQ on this frequency way, way down. And if that's the case, then I'll have to move again because they don't hear me. However, the customers that they draw to them will be walking all over and no one will know who's talking to who. So I think I'm going to go ahead and change frequencies. I think I'm just going to go ahead and get to 20 so we can prevent you from having to sit here and watch an hour-long video of me not doing anything. Although I might still just publish it Thomas Witherspoon style, no edits, thinking of Thomas Witherspoon and the folks of Western North Carolina after this hurricane. What a horrible mess. So maybe just out of homage to Thomas and everybody affected, we might have to go do that. So I'll leave the camera on there while I go adjust my camera. Did I tell everybody today's October? Adjust my camera, adjust my antenna. It is October. So let's go ahead and we're going to boost up here. Let's go. There's the etchings right there for 18 megahertz. Come on up a little bit more. There's 7, there's 14. All right, so sorry about the pink socks. These pink socks, by the way, I don't know if you can see these. Yeah, that's right. That's Utah Forest right there on those pink socks. Proper socks for October. Thank you, Forest. KI7QCF. The pink socks. Gotta love my pink socks. Thinking of folks. See, there's somebody answering that other person calling CQ. So we'll go ahead and turn down our volume here. We're going to go ahead and we're just going to go to 20 meters. All right, QRL'd. Now we use the Polo app. I'm going to go to where it says frequency. I'm going to type in 14.0615. And we'll go ahead and hit the self-spotting feature and spot me there. And ooh, look at there. Nice and loud there, Gary, I believe. Not sure where to put that. That's who I thought it was. I might have to move. I dropped my filter as narrow as I That person's calling CQ. I've been here for a while. Let's see if they can hear me. Well, they didn't answer me. K2NPN. They might have their set super narrow. Sometimes when you go to a, I'm at 14.061.5, and sometimes when you go to a .5, W0KHZ. Gotcha in there, gotcha. Coming up a little bit there. Thank you, Stephen. There was a K station in there, and I said K question mark. A WB4BBF came back to me. And now the K is gone. So folks, when somebody says K question mark and you don't have a K in your call sign, wait just a moment. We hear you all. Now whether or not we pick up on it is something different, but we'll get to you. Gotcha, thank you. Boy, you in there? Come on, Mark. Come on back, KN4GOS. Well, we'll have to mark him down as lost. We didn't get a reply. So, sorry about that, Mark. Maybe next time. But you know what? I marked you as lost here on my little scribble paper. So I do like having scribble paper. Maybe we can email Mark. Maybe even send him a QSL card. So let him know we heard you. Utah, NA7C. Wow. Really weird. So it's really weird. We were making Utah, Minnesota, and then all of a sudden Kentucky and Arkansas really loud. Almost like something happened to the band there to shift it to where 20 meters just went really close in. That was definitely something odd. All right, we've been going for about 50 minutes, so we're going to give it about 10 more minutes, and then we'll go and we'll cut the film. .559 from W5IDD. Da-da, Louisiana. So again, Kentucky, Arkansas, Louisiana, That's close up to Tennessee. So not sure if we just had some sort of solar coronal mass ejection that just hit us and changed up the band there. Definitely interesting. Again, we're just gonna throw this video up without any edits, folks. W4GSS. From Georgia, another close one. WW8LA. .589 Michigan. Good afternoon, Ed. You are 559. Indiana, thank you. KC3PBY. PBY. Pennsylvania. Thank you, Steven. N2YLO. My very first ever POTA contact. I made it while sitting at Dunbar Cave in Clarksville, Tennessee, and N2YLO was my very first QSO. I heard a W in there also, but I took Steve. All right, that was WB4. That was, let me get my camera on here. There we go. That was WB4 BBF there on that go around. And we had just had WB4 BBF earlier. So what I said was, I called in my call sign WB4 BBF. You are, and I paused. And then I really slowed it down because I'm sending something that's off script. And whenever I send something like off script or something that somebody may not expect, I'll take a pause. I'll say ES for and then I'll send it, and then I'll send it again with plenty of spacing in there, Farnsworth as some call it. I just realized we've been going for 65 minutes, so that's well above my hour. But anyway, it's been a while since we've been back on, and again, no edits this time. We're just going to throw it up there, and in homage of Thomas Witherspoon and the folks of Western North Carolina there. For Thomas, you know, he shoots real-time, real-life videos. He was the very first person that I was watching on YouTube in order to try to get my confidence up to get out here and call CW. I wish, you know, people say, do you have any regrets about this or that? I wish I had started sooner. It was not the deal that I made it out to be, to come out and sit down and call CQ. Because when you're calling CQ, everyone who's answering you is at your mercy, so to speak. You put your keyer on 14 words a minute, you put in as much Farnsworth or spacing as you want, and you call CQ, CQ. And if you know all your letters, you're just fine. People who come to you when you're sitting there at 14 words a minute with lots of space, they're gonna answer you. Now some folks, they might come at you faster, and you will have that. But all you have to do is just write down on your paper QRS, PSE, and that's it. And then, so if you're sitting there calling CQ, this is W4EMB, CQ POTA, CQ POTA, W4EMB, okay? And all of a sudden, it sounds like Jiminy Cricket's getting his butt kicked down the road. Ha. Just laugh it off. That's all you can do. And say QRS. Da 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 did it. And then a question mark. Did it da da did it? Now, I say that folks meet me in the middle if they don't know where their speed setting is on their radio or just can't get to it easily through the menus. If they go ahead and they send their letters fast, but they put in that 14 words a minute spacing, I call that meet me in the middle. So if they come back and go da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da, dit, that's meet me in the middle. And everyone will do that, because remember, you as the POTA activator, they're hunting you. They want to work you in your park, right? Not as much as you want to get your 10, and especially your first outing out there, you want to get your 10 and get out of there, don't you? Don't do that though. Get at least 12, just in case you miscopy the call sign. And I will say this: record your outing. You know, you don't have to stick it up on YouTube. It's not for everybody else, but record it for yourself, and it will do two things for you. Put it away in a folder, and do your log. If you have a busted call sign in your log, then go back, review your recording, see if you can decipher that call sign. Maybe ask a friend if you can't. But then save that recording and put it away. Put the date on it. Put, you know, POTA activation this date. Put it in a folder. And go back and watch that after like your 30th POTA activation. And you will laugh at yourself. Well, you'll get, for me, I got cringy. I cringed at myself. So tidbit, record yourself, number one. Number two, make sure that when you do record your outing, the camera doesn't have to be on you. You put your camera so it's facing your radio, facing your log. But put your clock. I do have a little digital clock that I have, and I just didn't break it out because I'm using the Polo app. Polo app has been fantastic. You can't see that at all. So what we'll do is we'll take a screenshot, and maybe we'll stick it in the video about here. So you notice the screenshot here, and looking at that screenshot, you can see the call signs, the times, and the RSTs. Maybe we can bring the video back to me. There we go. No edits, but I'll drop something like that in there. And then earlier, I think I had something else I talked about putting it in. Oh, the antenna and the analyzer. Hopefully I put that in there right. All right, that's about it. Well, we're going to go ahead and wrap up this video because it has been an hour. And we're going to slap it up with no edits. And I appreciate y'all watching. And sometimes, you know, my friend, he has ADHD. He can't sit and watch an hour-long video. So what he does is he goes out in the shop and he turns on his TV and he hits play and he just goes away. He just leaves. That way I get credit for a full view. All right. I will ask this question. Go back, pencil and paper, and I would like you to sit there and tell me how many people did I call by name in this video? How many people did I call by name? That's question number one. Number two, what were their names? Can you make a list of those names? So if you went through and you listened to this with pencil and paper in hand, and you can go back and listen to everybody I called by name and make a list of those names, shoot it to me in an email. We got plenty of stuff. We're starting to get rid of some stuff at the house, and we'll send you a prize. Now, if 25 people do this, I don't have 25 prizes at home, but we'll see what we can do. So, two-part question. Number one, how many people did I call by name? Part two, what were their names? You know, list 1 through 15 or 1 through 12 or 1 through 18, however many it was. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm Ed, W4EMB. Side note, hopefully, keep an eye out. AA4SB is moving on and going to do her own YouTube channel and start putting her own content up. So please please watch her wherever she gets started at. She's not there yet. Now she's going to watch this video and go, what? So, yeah, threw down the gauntlet. Hopefully she'll get over there and get started. All right, so thanks everybody for watching. I'm at W4EMB out here at Land Between the Lakes. Thanks for watching, everybody. Get out there and go do a POTA. Thanks.